Good morning, my awesome friends and followers of Suffolk's #1 YouTube channel. And to you, the members, thank you for your support. Listen, it's Sunday the 16th, and we are continuing to move in a direction of non-bullshittery. Transparency is a big thing, isn't it? And you start off by thanking everyone last night that tuned in to watch me and me chatting with Fiona. We had a live stream, we put a few things to bed, we chatted about things, and listen, online is it's massive. I mean, there's billions of people online. There's over 1 billion people on YouTube alone. Of course there is. And everyone's got opinions. Not everyone's opinions, we don't agree with everyone's opinion, but everyone's doing their own thing. Does everyone add value? Probably to not each other, but everyone's got their own audience and everyone adds value to the audience, or else people wouldn't watch them. But yeah, we are putting things to bed. We are sorting things out. Last night I had a wonderful chat with a few people off after the live stream. Things are going in a great direction. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I even received an email last night from a YouTuber called Scrooge Slime. And that individual who's behind that account is trying to end everything as well, which is brilliant. I mean, listen, it's good. Everyone's trying to move forward. We do not need to be tit for tat constantly. There needs to be a line drawn in the sand. And you know what? The sad thing about all this is, and I will say it, poor Graham Hesketh that has passed away, the Baron, he's up there doing God's work. He is. He's up there trying to sort everything out and fix it, because you know what? It's great to see things finally come to an end. Anyway, putting that aside, you've seen the thumbnail. The video that is the main story today. We're going to talk about Harry's visa in a minute. But there's a few things happening at the minute, which I find quite strange. For instance, the UK's government, the Labour Party, has done a complete 360. And they are now going to scrap their idea of trying to save 5 billion on cutting benefits. They've scrapped their idea because it's had a massive backlash within their own Labour Party. And it would have caused lots of Labour to get up and walk across the floor and leave the party. Now, I can't help but think that the majority of people that vote for Labour are possibly on benefits, and they would have lost everything. So you can't go against the people that put you in government, can you? Yes, just goes to show, doesn't it? Yeah. Sad, sad times. There's loads of things happening though. Subjects in school, believe it or not, our children that are getting taught subjects in school. Some of the toughest subjects in school are now going to be scrapped and replaced with AI lessons and climate science. That's what they're going to put in. Even though I'm going to be honest with you, and I don't like... The world changes. The world's been here before us. It'll be here after us. It'll be here after our kids go. It was here when our ancestors were here. The world's going to be here. Unless it's hit by an asteroid. And we don't know any of these things. We have scientists out there doing all these things. But I don't trust the science anymore. That used to be a phrase, didn't it? Trust the science. We don't now, do we? Because we knew that during the lockdown, scientists were bought and paid for. And they went, and it was just propaganda, wasn't it? It certainly was. And standing there and listening to a scientist tell us about our health was probably the biggest clown show in the world, wasn't it? I mean, it was the scientists that came up with this. When you sit down in a restaurant, you can take your mask off, but when you stand up, you can put your mask on. That way you'll be safe. That came from scientists. Remember that. Stand 2 meters away from each other. That was scientists. I'll never trust them again. Never. So they should just replace these lessons with a common sense scientist that tells you when you stand up, you'll be taller. When you sit down, you're smaller. You know, that's the science I want to know. One that makes sense, not nonsense. Now, let's move away from that nonsense. Let's move away. Talk about that there. Oh, the Chancellor. What did I got here about the Chancellor? Oh, yes, Rachel Thieves, I call her, the UK Chancellor. Guess what she's doing right now? She is spending hundreds of thousands of pounds in legal costs defending her idea to put VAT in private schools. So she's wasting money. Chancellor, she's wasting money. Do you know what? I'd rather put Paula Abdul in there and have her as the Chancellor. She knows a little bit more about money than him. Or have someone. We should look at these things. Common sense. Why would you make someone a Chancellor that has never made money and wasn't doing well in life until they became a Member of Parliament and got put in that role? So clearly you're not very good at money, but now you've been given a job in charge of the country's finances. It doesn't make sense. It never makes sense. And more scientists. Listen, these ones are Scottish. Yep, so if you're Scottish, no offence, but let me explain and do your research if you don't believe me. Scientists from Edinburgh have discovered that those people that live in areas that are prone to flooding, it may increase dementia. How does that work? Because the stress of flooding may increase dementia. All right, okay. What about special forces? What about the stress of being killed? Does that mean those people in the special forces may get dementia? Those people that drive things at fast speed may increase dementia. A pilot coming into land may... I mean, scientists, shut up. Shut up with your nonsense. How much government funding did you receive to come up with that shite? I just don't understand it. Leave your comments. Let me know if you think scientists are awesome. I don't think they are anymore. I think that when I went to school, who did I have? Mr. Burnside? Can't remember his name. Anyway, but we had Bunsen burners and we looked at chemicals and we looked at different reactions and how to fix things and we welded things and we put things together and we tried. Oh, look. See that? That's called the force. The type of trajectory force travel. See that? It's going that way as well. We learned science, proper science. See today, if you leave an ice glacier and you leave it in the heat, it melts. Oh wow. That's why the sea level over there is rising. Okay. But is this not just nature? Is this not just nature? No, it's because of Mr. Jones has got electric. He's got a car. He's going to have to go electric car. All right, okay. So it's not nature. No, it's not nature. Okay. How do we fix it? Well, we'll just tax you. Oh, what happens if we tax you? Well, we're going to tax you so much money that you'll have no money to put fuel in it, and then you can't drive it. Okay. That sounds good, doesn't it? What about trees? Well, trees, yes. Well, trees absorb carbon dioxide, so we need to keep the trees up. Okay. That sounds good. So why have you cut down all the trees? So we can make signs to say leave the trees up. Oh, okay. That makes sense. The world is full of lunatics. Anyway, to the main story. Check this here, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to hear this all across YouTube today. It's Sunday. This Tuesday is the deadline. Yes, the Judge Nichols, has approved for Prince Harry, the TV prince, his visa application will be made public on Tuesday. We're going to find out on Tuesday. Now, the judge has had parts of the visa application redacted for security. Homeland Security did that for security reasons. So it may mention things about, I don't know, he lives or whatever. Just personal things are redacted. But we are going to find out this Tuesday if the Timu Prince lied in his visa application about the taking of drugs as he entered the United States of America. And then the Heritage Foundation are then going to issue, they've said they're going to issue demands based on what is released on Tuesday. So stand by for a global firecracker this Tuesday, where I don't think anyone is going to be able to stop it. If he's broken the law, he's going to have to deal with it. If he hasn't broken the law, then a lot of people are going to have to eat humble pie. Either way, if he hasn't broken the law, right, and he hasn't taken it, then his book is a lie. Well, we know it's a lie anyway, but we're going to find out now. 100%. Will his book go from fact into the fantasy section of the libraries? Will many people be able to claim their money back and say they were lied and duped about buying a book? Will he have to pay back money to the publisher? Or will he be packing his little backpack and heading to Portugal? Either that, we'll find out. Anyway, listen, thanks for watching. Remember, if you have bought any of my books, please remember to leave a review on Amazon. And thank you for all your support, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care.